1920s was the decade that began on January 1st, 1920 to December 31st, 1929. This period in American history is widely referred to as the Golden 20s or the Jazz Age for its political dynamism and economic prosperity. From 1922 to 1929, the national income had a 40% increase, giving people the time and wealth to explore other things such as jazz music, which eased tension between all races, bringing all walks of life together for one joy. But at the same time, it gave head to negative political affairs such as isolationism and the prosecution of Bartolomeo Vanzetti and Nicola Sacco. All of these factors contributed to the prosperity of America in their own way, leading towards the new decade.
Prohibition was a movement that banned the sale, manufacture, and transportation of alcohol. It was made into the 18th Amendment, which generally and overall resulted in vast criminal organizations, including the modern U.S. branch of mafia and many other various criminal cliques. They also founded a temperance society, which was basically women trying to push the 18th Amendment into being acted. Flappers were young women who would drink, party, and dance in pubs that were underground from illegal alcohol. The Harlem Renaissance was known as the New Negro Movement. It was a cultural movement that didn't really have a set place where it would grow, but most of Harlem in New York had Negroes that wrote songs, poems, stories, and made music. Warren G. Harding was the 29th president and also a Republican. He was the first newspaper publisher to become a president, made no enemies attitude campaign, which was post World War I, and spurred in League of Nations. He created it, but America never really joined. Herbert Hoover had an efficiency movement, which was where he thought the economy and government were a waste and could be improved by experts who could identify the problems and solve. He was one of the only two presidents that were elected without previous electoral experience or high military rank. This just proved that America was prosperous and optimistic at the time.
1920s began with a slight recession after World War. The stock market was a huge part of the U.S.'s economy, and Gerald Ford made the first mobile car, and he created the assembly line. Okay, so basically it's some social...
You can say the rest of it.
Yeah, okay. Well, basically in the social order of things in the 1920s, Prohibition was a big thing that was going on. So was the Harlem Renaissance and the Jazz Age, the Flappers and the Ku Klux Klan, just stuff like that. That was really part of the 1920s. Politically, President Hoover, Coolidge, and Harding they were part of that era, and they did a pretty good job. Economically, the Roaring Twenties basically set it for themselves, and that's pretty much it. As far as economic things go, there was a slight recession, the boom stock market, and the assembly line was created during the 1920s. And everything is pretty much covered right now. And this PowerPoint was made by Jennifer, Nina, Jose, and Victor Mena. And that is it.